The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Aaron Glenn had a message to us Jet fans, and I think he hit the nail right on the head. We'll talk about that, plus the latest from Jets training camp as the Jets return to the practice field right now. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Man, AG's first training camp with the New York Jets is underway.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, here on a Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, a special 9 a.m. start time because later today you could hear me locally on 880 ESPN New York. I'm in for Michael K today from 1 to 3 Eastern time. Download the ESPN New York app, and you can always listen to it on the go. I'll be back at 4:30 Eastern later today for our second show with Matt O'Leary. But it's MLB trade deadline day. Yankees with a huge win last night. The Mets have a super bullpen. We'll get into all that on local radio today from 1 to 3. With that said, Jets on the practice field right now. And let's check in with someone that follows the Jets closely. He writes about them for the Jet Press. Mike Giarraputo joins us now. Mike, welcome back to the show. Training camp's underway. Players are ripping on the previous coaching staff every other word. And I think the vibes for us Jet fans, they're relatively high given just how down in the dumps a lot of us were following last season.
Yeah, indeed. First of all, it's great to be back. And you mentioned it right there, man. AG is just hitting all of the right notes. I feel like he knows in a way what he's doing with these Jets fans, just telling them everything that we want to hear. And we were catching up a little bit before the show. It seems like anytime these guys will get interviewed, these Jets players will get interviewed, like Garrett or Breece, it'll be like, hey, Breece, what'd you have for breakfast this morning? Oh, well, last year's coaching was terrible and it was an absolute mess. And this year is all great and it's going well. But yeah, everything seems to be, I mean, I don't like to get too hopeful. I promised myself in May or at the end of last season, I was like, please don't get hopeful about next year. Go in with the lowest expectations possible. You know what this is. You know what this team is. I don't know. The further we go on, I'm like, man, Glenn just seems like the right dude to fix what's been so wrong about the Jets for the past, I could say 3 years, but I could also say 13, 14 years about this team. So I'm getting more and more excited as the days go on here, but it's good to be back with you, Jake.
Time will certainly tell how he is as a head coach, but all we can do is judge him based on what we have seen so far and what people who have been around the Jets a long time have noticed. And I think it's hard to not be cautiously optimistic about this guy coming in with a real plan. So much of it will come down to not just him, but who his quarterback is for sure, but who his coaching staff is. And that's really a huge question, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But as far as getting players to buy in and getting guys to basically flush last season and all the losing that the current core of Jets players have gone through, I think he's done a really good job from that standpoint.
Yeah, it seems like he's done that pretty damn well so far. And you kind of get the fact that he's a former Jet and he's been through it all as a Jet. Like he's been through pretty bad teams. And as he described it, like, hey, we used to run this town. The Jets used to really run this town. He wants to get back to that. And it's genuine. Like he has a genuine love for this team even before he started coaching them. So it is nice. It is pretty refreshing, but
100%.
You can't go from.
I think we might have lost Mike there. What?
We all good? We all back?
You there? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, I can.
Did you lose me or I lost you there?
Oh, I don't know. Nothing happened on my screen, but
interesting. You just froze. So I was like, wait a second, what's happening
here?
No
good.
But obviously you were talking about just the influence that Glenn has had.
Yes.
And perfect segue because I want to play something that Glenn said the other day at the podium. He spoke directly to the Jet fan base. So the initial question was about how he thinks it's been going so far since he's been a head coach. And his answer talked about that. And then he directly addressed the Jet fan base. And I thought Aaron Glenn really hit the nail on the head here.
It's been everything that I imagined, right, coming back and being the head coach of this team and being out there on the field. Just hearing the fans, again, knowing exactly what they're looking for. They are behind us. I know that, and I'm very appreciative of that. There are fans that when I was playing that I still see that's out there, and I think that's outstanding. Listen, we have some guys that's in it for the long haul, and listen, I appreciate that, and I just don't let go of the rope. I would say for all you guys, don't let go of the rope. All right, hold on tight, and be patient and give the guys time. We'll be just fine.
He used the word patience there, and it's going to be interesting just how patient this fan base will be. He'll get the benefit of the doubt for being a former Jet and wanting this job and really relating to the fan base in that regard. But, as excited as some Jet fans are about Aaron Glenn, they got to win games, and that's really what it comes down to. And I've been saying this for months, Mike. I think getting off to a decent start is very important for this new regime. No one's saying they got to go start, 5-0, but can they get a win early in their first 2 weeks against Pittsburgh and Aaron Rodgers and the Buffalo Bills? You're at home before you have to go on the road for 2. Can you put yourself in a spot where, hey, 4 games in, you're 2-2, and you feel like the arrow's trended up with the coaching hopefully getting better throughout the year?
Yeah, the patience how I would describe my patience, and probably a lot of other Jets fans would relate. The patience for me is I don't have any kind of, as a fan, like, you better make the playoffs this year. We're sick of this. It's been a long time. Yes, it's been a pretty long time since the Jets have been in the playoffs, but what I'm not going to be patient for is this team going to be organized week 1? Are they going to be playing with intensity week 1? Like, all the things that Glenn has been preaching, that better be evident immediately. That's not something that I'm going to be patient for. That's not something that I think other Jets fans should be patient for. I don't think you're going to be patient for that. If we're playing with intensity, if we're not making these mistakes, if we're not the most, last year we're the most penalized team in all football. We see it in practice. Like, there's refs out there. We're doing one-on-one tackle drills. We're doing all these things. Ruckert has a false start. He's getting pulled off of practice. Like, I love everything I've seen out of these practices so far and the intensity as described by these Jets players. But that's what I'm not going to be patient for, is the lack of intensity that we saw sometimes last year and some of the mistakes. But in terms of, getting 9, 10, 11 wins, I can hold off on that for at least this season. But that's how I'd describe where I'm at right now.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. We talk Jets every single day. For those of you going to training camp on Saturday, spots are still available for the Asmaniac Meetup after the green and white scrimmage. New start time, 12:30 in the afternoon, because practice for the Jets under Glenn is about an hour and a half earlier than it was under Saleh. So instead of 2, our event will start at 12:30. So go to the scrimmage, watch the Jets, get some autographs if you're with your kids, and then meet us about 30 minutes away in Caldwell, New Jersey at the Cloverleaf Tavern. All the info, including the Jake Asman customized menu of champions that Chef Kevin's preparing, all that info is linked in the description. RSVP and secure your spot. With that said, Mike, so far, based on what we have heard from training camp, and the Jets are once again on the field right now, so we will get some live updates from this practice going on as the Jets get set for team periods. What has been the thing from a player standpoint that has really caught your attention? We've talked about Glenn's influence and some of the players' comments about how different it has been under him. But from a player standpoint, which players have caught your attention?
I think the first one that comes to mind there is Brandon Stephens, the cornerback, because I remember when he was first signed, it was an expensive deal. A lot of, anytime I would read anything about Brandon Stephens, you'd see a bunch of Ravens fans underneath it, like, this guy stinks, this guy got burned, this guy got burned by this guy, that guy. What I've seen from him, and Glenn mentioned it too, was the first name Glenn mentioned when asked about it. I think this was yesterday or 2 days ago, like, what guys have been standing out so far. He said Brandon Stephens. And Jets fans early on saw this clip of, I think it was Garrett Wilson over Brandon Stephens. He kind of mossed him in these drills, and Jets fans are thinking, well, we signed another dud at cornerback. But Brandon Stephens is going to be a big one because we know we have Sauce. There's been a lot of emphasis on man-to-man coverage so far since Glenn's arrived in New York. So Brandon Stephens has been a big one for me.
Brandon Stephens apparently has been making a lot of plays, and Garrett Wilson's going to beat a lot of corners. So going up against Garrett certainly is going to help Brandon Stephens. His issue has been Not that he just gets burnt. It's that he doesn't make plays. It's like he's in position to make plays, but he never comes up with the ball. And hopefully with better coaching, Aaron Glenn being the former corner he is, maybe there's a way for the Jets to basically say, hey, like, you do this with your technique. Now, all of a sudden, instead of getting beat down the field, you're coming up with an INT or a pass deflection.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's all we need. We need to turn his pass deflections into interceptions. We need to turn his, it just needs to get slightly better. And I think you mentioned this yesterday, but what Glenn is doing is not only, as the last regime kind of just said, hey, you're really good at this. We're going to get you a lot better at this. This regime is saying, hey, we want you to get better. You're not very good at this. We're going to get you better at this. And that's what you kind of need to do with a guy like Brandon Stevens.
I brought up Garrett Wilson. How about a giveaway this morning on the show? But you better go fast to get entered because this show will not be as long as usual, because for those tuning in late, I got some radio responsibilities today from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. But a Garrett Wilson jersey is what we'll be raffling away. So your chance to win that at the end of the stream by gifting a channel membership to enter the raffle or sending in a $10 super chat or higher to qualify. DD with an Asmaniac super chat. Can't wait for the season to start. Going to the opener, counting down the days. Beat the Steelers. F Pittsburgh. Speaking of F Pittsburgh, yesterday the Pat McAfee show was at Steelers training camp. And when Aaron Rodgers was a guest on with Pat, this is what these Steelers fans were doing in the background. If you have kids around or you're at work, here's your chance to lower the volume so no one could hear.
Get season tickets here. It's like a 30-year waiting period, just like it is at Green Bay. Away games, you'll see terrible towels in every stadium. And now they're attacking your previous employer, which I certainly love. These people...
F the Jets is what they're chanting. So it's on now, baby. Let's go. The Jet fans going to week 1 better bring the noise. Let's go. Let's have a statement win to get the Aaron Glenn era underway. Let's go, man. These Steelers fans, let them chant now, and we'll be chanting JETS, 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 Jets after a week 1 win, let's hope.
I hope so. I made a promise to myself all of basically since about May, since the schedule has come out. Me and my cousins have been like, we're going to week 1, like no doubt we're going. Let's get the tickets now so we lock ourselves in. But over the last few months, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait until this team proves something to me. And then if they're good in October, November, I'm going to go. I'm sure you'll be there at week 1. I mean, that's probably minus 2,000 on any book, on any book you'll see. But it is very interesting to see, these Steelers fans. Rodgers and I listened to that interview. Just the respect that he has for Mike Tomlin is off the charts. These Steelers fans really feel rejuvenated, as we did when he signed for the Jets. It's kind of nice to be sitting back and like not really involved in the Rodgers business anymore. I know it was exciting for a time, and it felt like he was maybe our best option at quarterback for this season, earlier in March when we were talking about the guys we could have signed. But it does feel nice and relaxing. Like the offseason has been, apart from Justin Fields and that, apparently, everybody thought he was dead when he went down with that leg injury. That just was horribly reported on by our beat. But it's nice to be laid back during the offseason. But the Steelers are really making this a rivalry, and I'm sure they're going to show up. They're going to show up to week 1. They're not too far away, so they're going to be heard week 1 if they do well.
Jets are on the practice field right now. We'll keep you updated on what happens, as the Jets had the day off yesterday. 2 days with the pads on, day off on Wednesday. Practice today, practice tomorrow. Might be a walkthrough because they're doing the green and white scrimmage on Saturday, but we'll get that from Glenn this afternoon. So if you are a Jet fan, hopefully you're having a great time. If you're at training camp right now, or if you're going Saturday, another opportunity to see the team in person at their facility. Mike Rubino is the first Asmaniac to enter today's raffle. He gifted 5 channel memberships.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Mike, thank you for your support. If you hear your name called, you are a channel member courtesy of Mike's generosity. Nick Campo, Ross Kate, Jared B., Coach Drunken, Chris Curtis, and Steven Gonzalez, all receiving a membership there from Mike. Happy birthday to NY Sports Wicker, who wrote in, hello, gang. It's my birthday. Well,
hey, man, happy birthday.
Mr. Wicker, happy birthday to you. I'm seeing some tweets here from the beat. We had a Sauce Gardner versus Garrett Wilson matchup. Zach Rosenblatt's tweeting, incredible throw by Justin Fields to squeeze in the tight window, which Wilson snagged in the end zone. Good coverage, but Wilson gets the win. Then the next rep, Sauce wins the second matchup against Garrett Wilson. in a back and forth, receivers versus DB drill going on right now. So I like hearing the old Sauce versus Garrett matchups in practice. Those are so much fun to watch if you're a fan.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I love it. And I don't think we got a chance. We didn't get a chance to talk about these extensions last time, but it's nice to have those guys locked up. I think we did the perfect thing. I mean, you make Sauce the highest paid cornerback in football, but man, he was the best cornerback in football his first 2 years in the league. Last year, a little down, but you look at all these numbers, he's first in a bunch of, coverage, yards per snap and all these different stats. So glad we got those guys. And as they say, I know a lot of fans hate this expression, but iron sharpens iron, baby. Like, it's nice to see that in practice. I can't get enough of these tweets, and I shouldn't love them this much, but man, I do. It's tough not to.
More info on the goal line passing drills where Garrett and Sauce were matched up against each other. So this is from Robbie Sabo. Garrett scores on Sauce, but it was an example of everything going right. Great route, great coverage, better timing and placement from Fields. Remember, DBs are up against it as it's in what did Robbie write? Remember, the DBs are up against it as it is in these drills. The next matchup results in a completion. Ball from Fields wasn't perfect. Better coverage by Sauce. We'll see what happens when the Jets get ready for little team periods here. And it is also worth noting here that Braylon Allen, who did not practice on Tuesday with knee soreness, is not out there right now either. So something to watch. Okay. It's early. Knee soreness is not catastrophic, but Braylon Allen was having an unbelievable camp based on everything we heard. There's some talk about, a 1A, 1B type of split with him and Brees. Well, I'm not going to go there just yet, but I definitely think Braylon Allen's going to play a big role in this offense.
I was going to ask you like what you think that role is really going to look like in terms of like percentage of snaps, percentage of touches. I don't think it's going to be, for example, like a Gibbs, Montgomery. I don't think it's going to be that split. I think if I had to guess, Brees would get 65, 70% of the work, leave it to the other backs. I don't know how much Isaiah Davis is going to get. I haven't heard much about him this camp, but Allen has looked, he looks amazing. And he's still only 21 years old, 22 years old. Like he was
the youngest player in the league.
Yeah, that made me, it always makes you feel old. It's like when these guys getting drafted are younger than you. But Braylon he looked incredible. Like some of these clips, it's hard to really judge how good these guys look when you're just watching camp and these guys are scrimmaging against each other. But he has looked good. He has looked a little faster, which I didn't really expect going into this camp. But hopefully this isn't too serious. I don't think it is. I think Glenn is he's cutting out the BS, it seems like, when he talks about these injuries. So hopefully it's not too serious. We'll see him back out there maybe tomorrow, maybe next week.
NY in Atlanta joined the Asmaniac raffle for one. NY, thank you. Your gifted membership went to listener Adrian Flores. If you're one of the 200 people watching right now, click that like button. We only have 60 likes. Let's get the likes up. Help the algorithm find more Jet fans, so more Asmaniacs can be a part of this community. Ricky NY with a super chat. He cuts the line. I got one word for Steelers fans: suckers. I fell for that bleep last year. Have fun on the way to 5 wins. Rodgers will get sauce. Ricky, I love you, man, but it's very easy for anyone who's not a Jet fan to say have fun with 5 wins to the Jets. The Steelers have never had a losing year.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to go that far. I don't think they're going to be a winning team this year, though. I think they end up with 8 wins this year, the Steelers. I just don't see. Rodgers is another year older. He's 41. He's going to turn 42 in December. I was glad we moved off. I know you were in the opposite camp. I remember you being in the opposite camp of that, but I don't know if we could call them suckers just yet. Let's see how week 1 goes. I can imagine us losing and Rodgers playing really well. Really, that's what you should be expecting going in. I'm not, maybe not realistically he's going to throw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns, but if it happened, would you even be a little bit surprised? I don't think I would.
Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Appreciate everyone tuned in to the program today. We're talking with Mike Giarraputo. He is a Jets writer, Jets analyst for the Jet Press. You can read Mike's work and also follow him on social media. You see his handle right below his name. Let me say this as well. This is the last day of July, which means we are on to the month of August, which means today's the last day that if you join my Patreon, you'll get your name added to the countdown ticker that we play before every show. And if you join the Patreon for the year, you get 10 raffle tickets. That can apply immediately to this Garrett Wilson jersey we're giving away at the end of the show. And if you don't win the Garrett Wilson jersey, for those of you who have been away, here are the weekly raffle prizes for Monday's raffle. Joe Namath signed jersey, Nick Mangold signed jersey, and a D'Brickashaw Ferguson signed football. So your chance to win all those prizes throughout the week on the show. As far as the rookie class goes, Mike, what have been your impressions on what you've heard about Armand Membu, Mason Taylor? Sounds like there's been some buzz for a 4th-round pick, Malachi Moore. Your take on this rookie class so far?
Yeah, I'll go for Moore first. I mean, just Glenn. I love the coach speak from Glenn, just talking about he thinks Malachi Moore is going to be a very good player in this league. We don't know exactly what the safety position is going to look like for us this year. We know Cisco is going to be a starter, but other than that, we're not really locked in anywhere else. So it's nice to hear him talk positively about Malachi Moore. Mason Taylor, man, I mean, I see more and more and more clips every day. The connection being built between Fields and Taylor, a lot of middle of the field stuff, which a lot of people, think Justin Fields has a lot of struggles with. He has in the past, but Taylor, I think, I don't know your thoughts on this. I'll bounce this one back to you, but Taylor, I think, is going to be probably the second leader in receiving yards on this team this season, right after, of course, Garrett Wilson.
I agree with you. I think he has a chance to do that. I think it's been encouraging how he's played so far. Glenn raving about his blocking multiple times has been interesting.
Yeah.
He's so clearly their starting tight end already. So you're right. There's a path for him to be that guy. To me, you look at the pass catchers for the Jets to have success this year, they need someone to emerge beyond Garrett Wilson. Reynolds is fine. He's probably best suited to be like a number 3 on a good team or even a 4.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to be the 2.
Right. So you need someone to step up. So maybe it's Mason Taylor, who certainly has the ability to do it. Plus Fields, for all his issues, maybe as a passer in his career, he's one of the more efficient quarterbacks in the league when thrown to his tight end.
Right. Yeah, I was going to mention that. Early on in his rookie season, Cole Kmet, you saw him taking kind of a security blanket role as a tight end there, and Freiermuth. And Fields only played 6 games last season, but Freiermuth looked pretty damn good in those games. So I think Taylor early on will be that kind of guy for Fields. And to finish off that question, Membu, he's had some good reps, he's had some bad reps, but he's been going against Will McDonald. So I mean, Will McDonald it seems like he's been the real, we already know he's very good. He had double digit sacks last year. We know he's a very good player, and he's going to have to step up because we don't know when Jermaine Johnson's going to be back. Hopefully, by October. I don't know. That might be optimistic at this point, but Membu, it's nice to see him get those reps against the guy who's improving as much and is, just simply a very good player like a Will McDonald. So Membu, it's nice to see those reports coming out of camp that he's winning at least some of those battles against a very good player.
100%. Not great news that I'm seeing here about Quinnen Williams. I don't want to panic, don't want to overreact, but the reporters at practice are all saying the same thing. This right here is from Dennis Wazak Jr. If StreamYard would stop glitching, I'd be able to show you guys. Hold on. There we go. Defensive tackle Quinnen Williams tweaked his left calf during individual drills and is being checked out inside the facility. He walked off on his own. I'm not going to go crazy on this because we all went crazy about the Fields thing and it turned out to be nothing, but there is no depth now next to Quinnen Williams. If he's out at any point, they're in trouble defensively.
Yeah, I mean, we cannot miss him on the defensive line because other than that, I mean, do we even know who's going to be the guy next to him? Is it going to be Byron Garrett? Is it going to be Inadi? I don't know. He might not even make the route. Some of these guys, it's a lot of question marks with defensive tackle for this team. So can't be missing Quinnen. Hopefully this isn't too serious. Hopefully we get an update throughout the day. Maybe it's Glenn, it's through somebody else, but not the best update to get at 9:30 in the morning right now for our Jets here.
If you want a positive update, Austin McNamara continues to punt really well, those on-site are saying. So we have Nick Falk back. Now we have the oldest kicker, or one of the oldest kickers. He might actually be the oldest kicker.
I think he's
in the
40.
NFL. Yeah. And then the guy that is the projected punter, right now the only punter on the team, he apparently is playing well, but he's a rookie. So you talk about a dichotomy in ages, from rookie punter to Nick Falk. But what did you make of the Falk signing? Were you on board with bringing him back? I
mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I looked at his, I saw him when we brought him in for a visit. I'm like, well, what has he really done? I feel like he's been pretty damn good over the last, few years. And then I look and he's 50 of 52. He's 6 of 7 from 50 plus. I'm like, all right, no downside to bringing him in. Who's the other kicker? Is it Caden Davis? Is the other kicker he's competing with?
Harrison Mevis, the thicker kicker.
Yes, that's who I'm thinking of. Yes. But we'll see how that battle goes throughout camp. But I mean, Folk, I don't really see a lot of downside to the signing. He's damn near 100% over the last 2 years. So let's see what happens. I know he had some problems. I think it was a hamstring or a calf last year, some injuries, and you don't like to see that, especially with a 40-year-old kicker. But we'll see how it goes. If he doesn't play well, we'll get rid of him. Like, it's not a lot of downside to this signing. A nice little reunion here for our Jets.
Yeah. And if Harrison Mevis wins the starting job, then he outkicked a guy who's been really, really good. He's led the NFL in field goal percentage the last 2 years. J-Boy has gifted 1 channel membership. Thank you, J-Boy. Green and white pinstripes in the house. How about a 5-spot, folks? Yeah.
Show me the money. Show me the money! Money.
All right, if you hear your name called, you are a channel member courtesy of Green and White Pinstripes. Low Temp Fade, Victory Monday, Carl Johnson, The Real Beats, Brad McCaffrey, all receiving a channel membership. We're giving away a Garrett Wilson jersey at the end of the show. So you have a chance to win by entering the raffle like Green and White Pinstripes just did with 5 raffle tickets. Getting to your calls here coming up, but we're going to keep you updated on the latest from Jets training camp in real time. Quinnen Williams had to go inside, get his calf looked at, and Braylon Allen not practicing today with knee soreness. So those are the 2 things that Aaron Glenn, I'm sure, will be asked about when he speaks to the media following practice. I just saw a great tweet from Will Parkinson, who will be on with us tomorrow at 9 a.m. for some camp takeaways. Olu Fashanu has been exceptional all camp, expecting a massive year 2 from him. He's a rock at left tackle. So Olu playing well, and that's kind of an underrated narrative with this Jets team. We know the O-line, they've made so many investments into it, Mike. Your thoughts on the expectations for them? And obviously Olu, I mean, we all just assume he's going to be good because he looked pretty good in limited action last year. What are you thinking about him and this O-line in general?
Yeah, and with Olu, what I like about him is that he was really thrown into the fire last year. Like, he didn't even start week 1 for us, and then next thing you know, in the Houston game, he's playing at guard. Like, he's doing all these things for us. I think he has a chance to be probably our best offensive lineman this year at a position where you want your best offensive lineman to be your left tackle. So Olu, having him there is nice. Seeing the improvement is very nice. And this O-line in general, I mean, man, it would not surprise me if we're a top 5 to 10 O-line based on a lot of grades around the league. So it's nice that it could be, dependent on health. Every conversation we're going to have about this Jets team and our expectations, of course, is going to be dependent on the health of this team. But let's say the O-line plays 17 games, all these starters, I think it has a real chance of being one of the top units in the NFL.
Well, the reality is, if the O-line is not a top 10 unit, I just don't think this offense is going to be able to function because they don't have enough receiving help, and Fields is not known to be a great passer. So even if he gets better there, he's never going to be Joe Burrow. He's never going to be Baker Mayfield. He's never going to be a drop-back passer. So the key to everything is the offensive line this year. Yeah,
absolutely. I just don't see – I don't see Fields. I mean, even if the offensive line, let's say – even if we have, top 5 on offensive line, I don't think he's going to become one of the better passers in the NFL. I think we've seen enough of that. I know it was, not the greatest situation in Chicago. Pittsburgh was, a slightly improved situation, still not a great offensive line, still not amazing weapons. But I don't think you hit the nail on the head there. Like, I really don't see Fields playing very well unless this offensive line is really helping him, unless the run game is really helping him with Brees, and hopefully healthy by the season, probably Braylon Allen.
Jets doing a red zone team period right now, 11 on 11 in the red zone. Pass rush gets the Justin Fields, who rolls to his left, throws to Brees Hall on the sideline. Michael Carter, the second there to force the incompletion. Excellent defense. That's from Richie from Jets Media. Michael Carter being healthy is another underrated aspect about this upcoming season for that defense. No one talks about his loss last year. He barely played, and when he did, he was not himself. He was clearly hurt. He was dealing with a serious back injury. He's 100% healthy now. He's so important to that secondary. Everyone talks about Jermaine, and that was a huge blow. Losing C.J. Mosley was obviously a huge blow as well, but not having Michael Carter be the elite nickel we know he is, that was a huge loss a season ago, and I think he's a major key to the defense rebounding in 2025.
Yeah, I was just gonna. You brought up that name, and I had the thought, and then you got right into it. Like, man, he's a really under the radar guy for this defense. It seems like you mentioned. I mean, he's one of the best nickel corners in all of football when he's healthy. He got that contract a year ago. He is going to be big for this defense and what Glenn wants to do. So it is nice to see him back. Yeah, really, really under the radar guy on this defense. Probably like the one of the better players on the defense, but really just doesn't really get the recognition from a lot of Jets fans and just especially national media. So it is very nice to have him back and healthy.
Spencer Green has sent in a $10 super chat. And how about this? He says, this raffle entry is for my man, Beastbreaker. Hey, now. Beast, you are in the raffle for 2, courtesy of Spencer Green, who won a Justin Fields jersey on the show last night. So, Spencer, appreciate your support as always. Beast, keep up the great work. That's the Rookie of the Year, Beastbreaker, in the Azie Awards. Oh, by the way, comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. And Valette says Fields' margin of error disappears if we lose Q. Look, obviously, Quinnen Williams getting hurt it would be devastating, but he tweaked his calf. He walked off on his own. It's July 31st. I'm going to learn from the Field situation and not do doom and gloom just yet. Let's hear from Aaron Glenn. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Right. Yeah. I say we wait for the initial report from Glenn, but obviously not what we want to hear from the very early stages of a July practice. Is one of our better defensive players and maybe our most valuable defensive player in terms of, what he has around him immediately going down. But let's pump the brakes here. Let's wait for these reports on Q.
Well said. Well said. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Hope everyone is having a good morning so far. We're starting at 9 a.m. today because I'm doing some radio from 1 to 3 on ESPN New York. Matt O'Leary will join me on the afternoon show, projected to be around 4:30 Eastern time. Reminder, this show, it's available in podcast form, Apple and or Spotify. So check it out, and you can listen back to anything you might have missed and take the program on the go. Let's get to some of your calls right now. The link is pinned in our Gusbuster Umbrella hotline. And first up today on the Gusbuster Umbrella hotline is none other than the great Kyle Clifton.
Mike and Jake, how are you?
Doing
Mr.
well. How you
Clifton.
doing?
So I think that Garrett mossing Brandon Stevens could be possibly the worst thing that ever happened to this reactionary fan base. Like one of the first plays of practice in camp, and you see that happen, and you already have whispers that the guy might be a little overpaid. The previous fan base wasn't too pleased with him, but let's have a little perspective, right? The guy that he's replacing, DJ Reed, was great the first few years of his deal. Not so great last year.
He quit on the team last year.
People
seem to forget that.
Yes. Brandon Stevens is not going to be, with our number one receiver if we believe these reports about Sauce traveling more often. Are we concerned about him going up against the likes of Marvin Mims and Diami Brown and I don't even know who the number 2 is for the Steelers. I think it's the guy who used to be with the Rams and it kind of escapes me right now. But save your concern for the Jalen Waddles of the world and stuff like that. And they are on the schedule. But I don't think that this is going to be a major problem. I think we're in better stead than most teams back in the secondary. If you take a look at some of the depth and some of the talent that's there, it's just going to be a matter if we can scheme to get to the quarterback, and hopefully, the guys up front can be healthy and play up to their ability. Looking at you, JJ, and of course, right now, Quinn. This is a team that could make some noise if they're a top 10 defense, and they can run the ball. So, like, the overreaction with Brandon Stevens is something that let's see. Even if he doesn't work out, yes, we overpaid, but it looks like we probably have options. So it's not the worst thing in the world.
I agree. With the caveat being, I'm only agreeing because I put my faith in Aaron Glenn that he identified maybe an undervalued corner that he's going to bring in and turn into a really good player. Like, I'm giving Glenn the benefit of the doubt that he identified a player that he believes is perfect for his defense, and they can coach him up to make plays.
And I think that might be a big part of it, right? I think that Cisco and Stevens and even the kid that they drafted out of Alabama have the versatility to give the kind of looks that are going to make the Jets hard to diagnose. And when there's pressure coming, you're not exactly sure where it's going to be coming from and who's going to be dropping back. And, you know, this is something that should be exciting for us as a team that didn't have any turnovers over the last few years, that was penalty laden. If we can get a team that's disciplined, plays within a scheme, is looking to generate turnovers, and is ball hawking and opportunistic, that is a great thing for you as a Jets fan. I appreciate your time, guys.
Kyle, great takes as usual. I think Stevens is super important. There's a couple players on this team that if they are better than any of us imagine, you feel pretty good about the coaching, even if you have some doubts on Justin Fields and what he is. Like, if they turn Stevens into a good pro, that tells me something. Arian Smith into something, that tells me something because of how aligned that pick was when they made it. If Michael Clemens actually is a decent rotational player on this defense, that tells me a lot, right? There's certain guys that if the Jets actually coach up, as opposed to them just being bad or being disappointing, however you want to phrase it, like, that tells me, hey, we might actually have a legit coaching staff here.
Yeah, Clemens was one of those guys that I did want to talk to you about. I mean, the beginning of his, you know, the start to his Jets career hasn't been what he thought it was going to be. I remember we made the pick and we're seeing him, you know, like all these different reports, like, man, this guy's a killer. He's coming into camp with, like, what is it? What did he come into camp with that one year? Like, he had like a chain and like a
the bat.
Yeah. It's been really nothing but, you know, dumb mistakes since then and not a lot of production out of Michael Clemens. Like, I didn't think his spot was totally safe. You know, when Glenn got hired, I'm like, we might not even see Michael Clemens on this roster next year, but apparently he's making plays in camp. And you really said it. If we get a few guys that we're not really expecting a lot of production from to really step up, and that's the mark of good coaching. Like, if we think Glenn is going to be a good coach, if we think our offensive staff is going to immediately come in and improve this team, like, we're going to get some of those. You see that every time. You know, you see that every time. Like, if a team hires a new coach, like, you will see those kinds of players, like, begin to step up, the guys that we really have given up on. Like, Clemens, I've no expectations for this year. Like, why would I have any expectations for Clemens? Like, it really just all hinges. Is Aaron Glenn really going to coach these guys up? Is he going to get to the bottom of the barrel with this team, like guys like Clemens, and really bring them up? I don't know, but if this team is well coached, we will see those guys like you mentioned, Arian Smith, Brandon Stevens, Michael Clemens. I don't think Brandon Stevens deserves to be maybe in that category as low as those guys. Maybe not even Arian Smith. He just got drafted. Let's give the guy a chance. I know he had a lot of, you know, drops in college, and that was a big concern, but it's the mark of good coaching. As I said, like, if we get good coaching, we'll get production from the guys that we really don't expect it from July 31st.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. This one is from Matthew, who wants to know what you think the record for the Jets will be.
Mets. Oh, I recognize that name. That's a friend of mine from high school. That's pretty funny. I think we're going to be 5-12. I did the record prediction on the Jet Press live stream. This was about 2 months ago when the schedule came out. I went into it like not with like a number in my head. I went through game by game. I think 5-12 is fair, but it all depends. It really all depends. And I said this so damn much throughout that stream when we did it, but it all depends on Glenn and Fields, what this defense is going to look like. I don't know. I mean, it's tough for me to really fully buy in. I could buy into what Glenn's doing in July, in June and August, but let's see it first. But as of now, I think Vegas has us at 5.5. Maybe it's a flat 6 at this point. I think that's very fair. Like, I think we win 5 or 6 games this year.
Wow, you're still pretty down on the team.
It's tough. It's really tough not to be. I mean, as positive as this camp has been, and all of the things we're hearing, like I love what we're hearing from like Garrett said it the other day. Like when you lose a rep, it sucks, and it's supposed to suck. Like I love how competitive this team has been throughout camp. We haven't really seen that over the past Salah's regime with this team over the past 3.5 years. But it's tough for me to say we're going to win 9 games. We're going to win 8 games. Like it's tough for me to really get that because a lot of it depends on things going not perfectly, but really well. And when has that really ever happened? Like we need Fields to take a step up. We need Brees to be the guy he was his rookie season. We need, Garrett to really take on more of a load of this offense. And Mason Taylor to be a good tight end, the O-line to stay healthy, the defense to look a lot better. So many things need to happen. So right now, I'd say 5 or 6 wins for our Jets. But
look, I can't tell you you're wrong for feeling that way. There's a lot that has to happen. I'm at 6 right now. I might push the 7 though because I'm trying to be optimistic.
That's fair.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. How healthy they are, of course, by the time we get to week 1. But I am encouraged. I mean, I'm someone that was as depressed as you could be after the last couple of years, especially last year, wanting them to hire an experienced coach, and they hired someone who's never done it, and they hired a GM who's never done it. It's it's a first-time offensive play caller. It's just a lot of unknowns, but it's been impressive so far. So you're trying to be hopeful.
Yeah, who was your name that you wanted as a coach? I know you mentioned experience there.
Well, Vrabel was my number 1 guy until he became unavailable. Yeah, I they didn't even interview Pete Carroll, who I was interested in. They didn't even interview John Gruden. They didn't even interview Mike McCarthy. So
Gruden was also a name that I was pretty interested in. I mean, a lot of baggage, the way he left the NFL, that was 4 years ago now, but man, he is a hell of a football mind. Like I'll always watch his quarterback camps, his offensive mind is almost like nobody else's in the NFL. I wouldn't have minded that, but Glenn, not a bad option. I did kind of want to go offensive minded after, what we've seen over the past few years, but Glenn, if we were going to go defense, was definitely my pick there.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Jack writes in, cut the penalties, fix the tackling, accountability. It's a good start. 100%. I mean, this team better not lead the NFL in penalties again. I mean, ridiculous.
I don't think that's possible. I hope not. I don't know. I've said that about a lot of things with the Jets. Like, no way we're this bad at this, but it usually happens. So, but really, I mean, from what I've seen from camp, and we haven't played a snap yet under Glenn, but I really can't imagine us leading the league in penalties again, or even being in the top half of it. I think that's going to be what Glenn really brings to this defense: accountability and intensity for this Jets team.
Calzone writes in, where is the weak point on our defense if every suspected starter is healthy? Same question for offense. Well, I mean, I think just the questions on can they stop the run, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, who's next to Quinnen Williams that could help out there? The key is if every starter is healthy. Well, that's typically not how it works. And I think there's some depth issues behind Quincy and Sherwood at linebacker. There could be some unknowns in the secondary right now. Like, we hope Stevens is good, but that's certainly a sign that you got to wait to see. I mean, Mason Taylor's a rookie. If you look at offense, like, what are you getting from a rookie tight end? How good is he going to be? Receiver, to me, is a major question. You have Garrett and, I mean, Reynolds has been fine, but he's not going to be, a true number 2 receiver on a great team.
Right.
So there's just a lot of questions, I think, at those specific positions. And to me, it's not a weak point. It's just an unknown. The coaching staff in general, we all like what Aaron Glenn's done so far. I think Tanner Engstrand, every time he speaks, you learn a lot. And I know he's going to speak today, I believe. So we'll hear more from Engstrand when he's available. But like that's the unknown with this team. There's a lot of just uncertainty at quarterback and coach. So it's tough to be all in on the Jets until you have an idea on what you're getting from the 2 most important spots in football, quarterback and coach.
Yeah, I think that's an easy answer. Weak point on defense is let's see if we could stop the run. We had trouble doing it last year. I was listening to Quinnen Williams. He had an interview with Kay Adams, Fields, Sauce, and Williams talked to Kay Adams. I think this was yesterday. And he just said we have to get better at stopping the run. Like, that's the main thing that I'm trying to improve at. And he's right. I mean, we weren't great. We weren't getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback as much as we wanted to, as much as we did in previous years. And that's why the secondary struggles. Like, it's all relative. Like, if you're going to have a really good pass rush, the secondary is going to look a lot better. And on offense, easy answer too. I think at wide receiver, outside of Garrett, not a lot of certainty there.
100%. Mike, always good to get you on the show, man. Appreciate you hopping on today.
Of course, man. Good luck on ESPN Radio today.
I appreciate it. Mike Giarraputo, listen to Mike on, or he's putting up some podcasts and some social content, but go to his X account for all that, and you can read his work over at the Jet Press. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Some updates from practice that I'm seeing coming across the timeline here. Andrew Beck caught a touchdown from Tyrod Taylor, so the fullback getting involved in the offense. Leonard Taylor having himself a nice practice, according to reports. He's had a few pressures. Connor Rogers tweeted that Olu Fashanu looks like the best player on the field today for the New York Jets and is, quote, moving people in the running game. So that is awesome. That is what you love to hear. And this analysis is from Robbie Sabo. It's a super long tweet because that's all Robbie knows how to do. He writes in, one thing extremely noticeable with the Jets offense is the spacing. Engstrand doing a solid job with it, as two guys are never in similar areas. But more importantly, think about why this is the case. With Rodgers, the passing concepts worked. With some R and S principles, receivers needed to read the defensive leverage as much as the QB, making it extremely on the fly, which increases the likelihood for spacing issues, higher ceiling, lower floor. This Justin Fields offense takes a 180-degree turn from that. The decision-making is more about quarterback with legs type principles. This is hardly a surprise to anybody, but the route spacing piece is interesting. Do we have an offensive coordinator, folks? That's what I take from that long tweet from Mr. Sabo. Do we have a real OC? That's the question. We'll find out very, very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, end of the show today. We are giving away a Garrett Wilson jersey. There's not a whole lot of people in this raffle right now, so I'm going to gift 5 memberships on my own. And if you hear your name called after I gifted you a membership, you're going to be entered in the raffle to win the Garrett Wilson jersey at the end of the show. So make sure you turn on I want to receive a gifted membership in settings right now. You're subscribed to the channel and you like the video. And in a matter of moments, I will gift 5 memberships and give people extra chances to win a G5 jersey. Before we get to more of your calls, we're sponsored today by my friends at Circa. Let Derek Stevens tell you all about Circa's 2 epic pro football betting contests.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Let's go, baby. Circa is the place to be in Las Vegas, whether you're going there for just random trip to Vegas or a bachelor party or there's a huge sporting event. They're the best. They got the largest indoor and outdoor sports book, and we're excited to be out there in just a little while. A couple weeks away from their contest weekend, we'll be doing our show from the Radio Row on the 21st and 22nd. We'll have some huge guests on those days that are also going to be out at contest weekend. So if you want a trip to Vegas, you want to join either of those contests, circasports.com is the place to go. With that said, we'll get back to your phone calls. But first, Green Gang 365 has gifted 5 channel memberships.
Okay. Excuse me, my wallet.
Oh my. Green Gang, you made the following 5 people channel members: Tom Stafford, Hyam S, GOA, Cisco Lopez, Michael Petagrosa. Congrats to everyone who got a membership. All right, I now officially gifted a 5 spot of channel membership. So if you hear your name called, I'm entering you in the Asmaniac raffle.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Best custom kicks: Don Reck, John Stepik, Daniel Yanez, and Jeffrey R. All receiving a gifted membership from yours truly. Let's get back to your calls right now. Appreciate everyone tuning into our show live today. And let's say hello on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline to a man who yesterday was named the Rookie of the Year.
Buenos dias, amigos. As we all say, as America would say it, welcome to New York City's House of Champions. Welcome to the House of Hardcore. Are we ready? 2 weeks away. August 9th. Are we ready, Jet fans, or what? Are we ready to fight? Are we ready to fight? Are we ready to punch some teeth in and break some bloody noses? You can bet your sweet ass we will, because coming up, August 9th, who's ever first? Come on, come get some. Are you ready? Are you ready to take pain? Are you ready to suffer? Are you ready to bleed? Are you ready to fight? Put the gear on, get your ass ready for battle. We'll see you August 9th, live at MetLife Stadium. It's our house, and get ready for it, because the ass whooping is coming your way August 9th. And New York City, let's throw that party. Ooh, yeah. Mr. Mike These Nuts, I used to be a New Yorker myself. Yes, I used to be a big New Yorker. And are we ready or what? Are we really ready? Yeah, we are ready. And get ready, because Green Bay, you're first. And then the Giants, this is what the Giants are going to look like. Get the video ready. 1, 2, 3. Ah,
Beast, thank you for blessing us all with that. Hey, some quick notes from the committee chairman, Boomtown, as we wrapped up the Azie Awards yesterday. Again, thanks to everyone who made that so much fun the last few weeks, bridging the gap from the end of the offseason to the start of camp. There's preseason football. It's going to start to get underway tonight. So we made it, people. Football technically returns tonight. But some notes from the committee chair. There were a total of 6,718 votes cast to the Azie Awards. The two highest winning percentages were Connor Long with 66% in the Young Guns category and 63% for Allen in the biggest villain category. The closest matchup was a 28% tie, requiring overtime between Rick Kent and Ricky NY, with Rick Kent pulling out the victory for best hair. The wildest haircut category was the tightest, with the first to last separated by only 8% of the vote share. 28%, 27, 23, and 20 won by Beast over Scott. The 4%ers were well represented, with Genergy and Carly taking home an award each. So shout out to everyone who participated in our first ever Azie Awards. And again, thank you to Boomtown for his amazing work helping us put it all together. Slim Pickens writes in, I think Justin Fields is going to come into his own this year. He was playing really good in Pittsburgh last year. He was okay in Pittsburgh last year. They also were not asking him to do a ton. But he's improved year over year, every year he's been in the league. And he is 8-4 in his last 12 starts, if you want to be optimistic. Hopefully he takes that step that Darnold did, Baker, all that. Like, we don't know. We'll see. Gator writes in, do I need to send Beast a nose hair trimmer? Interesting. Will he use that on, like, the scale you sent him, Gator? New Q says, how often does Beast wash his bed sheets? Once a presidency? Once a decade? Beast, how often do you wash your sheets?
Are you blind or something? Have you been smoking ligament, New Q? I do these every month. I wash mine with the best arm and hammer.
Nobody gives a shit.
All right. Thank you, Beast, for never answering a question. Let's say hello to Devin, who checks in with a $10 super chat. Hi, Jake. This is for Beast. Have to see him in a G5 jersey and reenact the catch. Q had a similar situation last year. Hope it's the other leg. JETS, Jets. Devin, I will make sure that Beastbreaker gets your entries that you just sent in for him. And as far as Quinnen, let's not go crazy just yet. We're talking about a player who walked in under his own power, July 31st. I'm not going to panic. For those who tuned in late, Quinnen Williams left practice. The Jets say he tweaked his calf. Doesn't mean he died. It means he got a calf injury. So we'll be all right. Michael Duramo has gifted 5 channel memberships. Michael, this is for you.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, man.
Michael made the following 5 listeners as Maniacs. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you hear your name called, thank Michael. Matthew C., Wavy Jets Guy, M30, Gregory Manrique, Gregory Davis, all receiving their A channel memberships. All right, phone lines are open for anyone who wants in on the conversation here. It's not going to be as long of a show, so if you're just tuning in now and you want a chance at a Garrett Wilson jersey, do what Michael just did and gift at least one channel membership. Up next on our show today is the host of the critically acclaimed Big Cho Show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Gator says, I think Big Cho might need an intro.
Big Cho. Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. Big Cho. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. We're talking about Big Cho. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
I put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands early. Came home just chilling. Big Cho. Jake.
Cho.
I got your jersey on.
Oh, looks good on you, Big Cho.
Thank you so much.
How does it fit, Big Cho?
Fits good. Fits good.
Oh, yeah. You look great.
Appreciate that. I thought I'd call in when I was wearing it today.
Can you do a reenactment of Garrett Wilson's catch against the Texans last year?
Can I do what?
A reenactment of Garrett Wilson's catch against the Texans?
Negative. My back is hurting today. Tweaked my back a little bit yesterday.
I see.
That's why I didn't call in.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. My back is messed up. I'm having some trouble with sciatic. I'm supposed to get some shots on Tuesday. Hopefully make her feel better.
You want some inspiration?
What's that?
Hey, Beast, show Big Cho how it's done with the Garrett Wilson catch.
Fly. Get ready to get down.
Hey, move your mic. That's not plugged in, though.
Gracias, el señor Jake.
Put the light on, too, if you haven't. It's very dark in there.
It's not that bad in here. It's 71 degrees. We got a nice breeze after a thunderstorm we got yesterday.
Hey, Big Cho, take a look at this.
Set it up, ready. Get ready. Shotgun. Get the green. Green 61. Green 61. Get right. 318. Take Touchdown, Chico. Wow. Yeah.
Rejected. Sorry.
What do you think?
He's got a lot of energy.
Who has more energy, you or him?
He definitely has more energy than me. I don't know, not at practice though, but just overall general in life, I think he has more energy than I do.
I think you got a ton of energy, Big Cho.
I don't know. Hey, I was a little disappointed with your awards. I wasn't on anything. I thought maybe I could be on the intro or maybe rookie.
Well, your intro happened after the nominees were already announced.
Oh, okay.
So don't blame the committee for that one.
No, I'm not blaming anyone. I just thought props out to Gator for a real good intro. I love it. What about the Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year was a tough category.
I know. I didn't even get nominated.
You were an honorable mention.
Was I?
Of course.
Gotcha.
Alan says you're a diva. Is this true?
What's his definition of that?
Alan, what is your definition of a diva? Georgie says maybe next year we could have the Big Chump Award.
Then he'll win.
You think he's a chump?
If he's calling me that, I don't understand why.
Gator writes in Big Cho, can we expect episode 2 of the Big Cho Show soon?
Yeah, probably Monday night or Tuesday.
Thunderlips writes in, Cho, you won the most lethargic Asmaniac.
I wouldn't say that. I just like to chill.
Hey, speaking of intros, by the way, this afternoon, we're going to vote for which Asmaniac needs an intro, and then Gator will cook something up for whoever wins. So be ready, Big Show.
Who's the nominees?
Papa Jet, Chef Kevin, Barbarossa, and Neil.
Okay. I'm kind of leaning towards Papa Jet.
Alan writes in, Diva equals needing to be the rookie of the year in spite being the most deadpan caller ever. Be happy you are being acknowledged, Joe.
Say what now?
Diva equals needing to be in the rookie of the year in spite being the most deadpan caller ever. Be happy you're being acknowledged, Joe.
What's deadpan? What's that mean?
The actual definition of it?
Yeah, I mean, he's calling me deadpan. What's that mean? And who's calling me this?
Alan.
Oh, is that the guy they tell him to fuck off all the time?
Yeah.
What's deadpan, Alan?
I think he's calling you unexpressive.
What do you want me to do? Jump up and down like Beast? That's not my niche, man. I don't do that. Like I told, I show a lot of emotion in practice, but I don't need to when I'm calling in a show or whatever. I'm just relaxing.
That chair looks extra comfortable today, Big Joe.
Yeah, I'm just having last couple of days a lot of trouble with my sciatica, man. I'm getting shooting pains down my legs. It's not feeling good.
Beast says get some ice.
I have been. I've been icing my, like on the side of my leg, and then I have to ice my neck.
Let me bring my doctor on that hopefully could talk to you. Dr. Beast, what do you think of this?
Do you have a bucket?
Yeah, I got a bucket.
Tell your girlfriend to go to the store, get about a good 2 bags of ice, at least 5 pounds a bag each. Get that ice, throw it in there, and let them legs soak. It's gonna sting like a bitch, but you know what it's gonna do? It's gonna help that circulation out. That's what it'll do. It will work.
Okay.
Do you have a 5-gallon pail?
I can get one though.
All right. Well, better start looking around the stores. Go look at Lowe's, look at Home Depot, look at Menards. Look anywhere. Get a bucket. Make sure it's clean. And make sure that ice is ready to go. And I need you to get better. Oh, and if you want something for your back, tell her to get ice for your back too, because you said you had back trouble?
Yeah.
You got the same problem I do, kid. I know what I do. I put ice on my back. You have to lay there. It's going to suck to lay straight for about at least 15, 20 minutes. But you know what it's going to do? It's going to help the circulation out. Because if you can't get that circulation going, you'll be a vegetable. So take my advice. Get some ice. You're going to need it.
Got it. Thanks, Doc.
If you have any questions, leave it to me. I'll take good care of you, kid.
Thanks, Doc. Where'd you go, Jake?
I'm here, Big Joe.
I got you. You're on the air today, 1 to 3.
I'm on the air today, 1 to 3 on ESPN New York. I'm filling in for Michael K today.
Is that 880?
That is 8:80 a.m.
I got a lunch deal today with one of my old buddies. It's coming in from Georgia at 1:15, so I might not be back in time to listen to the show.
What's he like? Good guy? Very chill?
Yeah, him and I travel. We've been doing it since the 90s. We go to the NCAA tournament every year.
Love that.
So we go all over the East Coast. We've been to a couple Final Fours, championship game in 2000 when Michigan State beat Florida with Mateen Cleaves.
Hey, this comment here is from Alan. He says, deadpan equals expressionless, Cho. Let's reenact you walking into a recruit's home and trying to win him and his parents over.
Well, I got no problem with that. I can recruit my ass off now. That's not an issue. I can sell you fucking land in the swamp at the Everglades.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Give us an idea what that sounds like.
What it sounds like?
You recruiting?
Now, the first thing you have to do is make sure you get a good rapport with the player. You know, that's the big thing. You have to make sure that they know that you care about them, not just as a player, but as a person. So you need to make sure you do that. You know, I'll call like once a week just to check on them, see how their grades are doing, how their classes are going. It's very important about their education. You know, I make sure we talk about that first and foremost, what they want to major in, things of that nature before we even talk about basketball. Then once we get to the ball section, you know, we just talk about where he's comfortable playing, what position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because sometimes you get combo guys that play 1, 2, or you got a combo guy that plays 2, 3. So where are you more comfortable? Are you more comfortable at the 2, which is kind of like the shooting guard, but you got to be able to handle the rock, or are you more comfortable at the 3?
Do you ever flirt with a recruit's mom? Thunderlips asked that.
Oh, no, unprofessional.
Mike Perez writes in, Beast calling someone his age or older kid is priceless.
Say that again.
How old are you, Big Joe?
I'll be 60 in December.
Yeah, I would say that it is priceless then, Mike Perez. That is well said. Hold on, Big Joe. Let me get to a couple super chats here. Kyle Clifton writes in, I move that we get a pirate-themed intro for Barbarossa. Also, let's get some defensive tackle depth in here regardless of Q status. We could do some sort of judge intro for Barbarossa. We could do some sort of Harry Potter, Ron Weasley intro for Barbarossa. There's a lot of options for Barbarossa's intro. And I agree with you about the DT depth, Kyle. I don't know why they didn't draft someone at that position. I said it then. I'll say it now. And this is not even if there's something serious with Quinn, which I don't believe there is. It's just like, come on, man. They're a little weak at that position. So I'm with you, Mr. Clifton. C with a super chat. It seems like Brandon Stevens has been shutting down G5 and 11-on-11 the past couple days. Hopefully a sneaky good signing. He's played well of late, but Garrett's also still had his wins too. Let's not act like Garrett hasn't been productive because that's not what I'm hearing. You guys want a great Jet update? Zach Rosenblatt, minutes ago. Nick Folk just went 6 for 6, including 2 makes from 50+. Back like he never left, baby. Folk, yeah. Big Joe, what are your thoughts on our kicker?
I think it's awesome, man. I'm glad he's back.
Me too.
Hey, age is just a number, man. You know what I mean?
Nick Folk, 40 years young.
Yeah, just like me. I'm still coaching. I've been coaching for like 30 years. I'm still rolling.
Coach Cho, baby.
Hey, somebody, I didn't see who it was, but I noticed the chat. Somebody asked me about the top, who would be my starting 5 of the Asmaniacs. Did you see that?
I didn't see it, but I know someone's asked you that previously.
A lot of times I don't see them because I'm not looking at the TV. I'm looking at my phone. You're gonna have to mention it to me.
Mike Dem says if Glenn doesn't work out, Coach Cho should be the next coach. Got me ready to run through an effing wall. Strong praise.
Yeah, I'd love to be coaching with the Knicks. You know,
what about the Jets?
Huh?
What about the Jets?
Football?
Yeah.
I used to coach football. Mostly on the offensive side, offensive coordinator. But it's been a long time. I can motivate though. Doesn't matter what you're coaching.
Can you motorboat though?
Motorboat?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I'll leave that up to Beast.
We know Beast is a motorboating son of a gun. Beast, give us a motorboat.
How about the motivation? Like, now, no mercy on this battlefield. Let me just give you a little straight warning. The enemy confronts you. He's the enemy. The enemy deserves no mercy. Hey, what's your problem, Mr. Lawrence?
I said motorboat, not whatever this is. Pretty good, Big Show. What'd you think?
That's pretty good. I was looking at Indy Jet, says Semper Fi. Was he in the Marine Corps?
Was Indy Jet in the Marine Corps?
Yeah, he says Semper Fi. I used to be in the Marine Corps.
I don't know if Indy Jets was in the Marine Corps.
Oh, he must have known I am or was.
Well, everyone knows who you are, Big Joe.
I got you.
Now, Ricky says that Coach Joe has me ready to run through a nap.
Run through a nap?
You ever run through a nap?
No, I don't take naps.
You never nap?
No, not really.
When was the last time you napped?
It's been a while. I have trouble sleeping. I've been up since about 3 o'clock. I have trouble with my sciatica in bed, so I get out of bed. So by 4, I was already shaved, showered, dressed.
Love it. I love the passion, Big Show. Now, great point from Jeffrey here. When you talk to your players, you give them a pump-up speech, words of encouragement. Is it actually called a chovivation speech as opposed to a motivation speech?
Chovivation, I like that.
Maybe that could be the name of the podcast too, by the way.
You always wanted to change the name, Jake. You've gave out like 3 or 4 names already.
Well, I'm just trying to help you, Big Show. I want you to succeed.
You don't like the show's name now?
I'm just coming up with options for you.
I kind of like the show name.
The Big Show Show?
Featuring Shania Twain.
Well, if you're happy, I'm happy, Big Show.
I appreciate that. Hey, are you going to be on the air on Friday?
Radio, so tomorrow?
Yeah, in New York.
1 to 3, I am in for Michael K again tomorrow.
880?
880.
All right. I'll be able to catch that. Like I said, I'll be at lunch today, but I'll be able to catch the 1 to 3. Now, are you coming back and doing a podcast with the Asmaniacs today after your show?
That's right, Big Show. 4:30. Get ready, all right?
Yeah, I'll be back by then.
All right, Big Show. Have a great lunch today, all right? I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for the time, Jake. Love you, man.
Anytime, ladies and gentlemen, the great Big Show. Our first watch party of the year, the Jets and the Giants. We're headed back to T Squared Social, August 16th. It is a 7 p.m. kickoff. 6:30, the party will start. Tickets are just $18. It includes 1 Friday beer, 1 green tea shot, and a raffle ticket. We'll do a Jets merch and Jets ticket raffle at halftime of the game. When you get a ticket, you get 5 tickets in our weekly raffle whenever you do it. So lock in your spot. The more people that buy tickets, the more revenue we have to make the raffle at halftime as epic as possible. August 16th. Let's go, baby. Jets, Giants. Jets backups versus Jackson Dart. What's better than that? Lock in your spot. Get a ticket. Help me out if you want to come party with us. We are, a little more than 2 weeks away from our first watch party of the Jet season. T Squared Social, $18 ticket gets you a raffle ticket automatically. A free beer, a free shot, and the vibes are going to be high all night long. Here are some of the prizes I put together. We're going to give away a signed and framed Breece Hall jersey, 2 tickets to the Jets-Panthers with the Asmaniacs, signed Wayne Corbett jersey, and a signed Aaron Glenn jersey among our top prizes, plus free promo items. We're working on some big sponsors that are going to be there, too. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to it. Hey, shout out to JK. Very nice super chat here, JK. The channel's come a long way over the last 4 years. 700 plus episodes a year and still entertaining. Thank you, JK. It's a testament to the best fans in sports, Jet fans, and of course the Asmaniacs. More of your calls right now. Papa Jet is on the line. What's up, Papa?
Jake, you got me?
I got you, Papa. I mean, are you going to vote for yourself and needs an intro later?
No.
Okay, then.
Well, Gator wanted us to call in and state our case. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm honored to be mentioned, but I don't feel I've been here long enough, Jake, to have an intro. Those 3 guys on that list before me deserve it. There's other guys that been OGs I don't think have it. So that's just my opinion. I don't know what the content would be. I'm a pretty boring guy, actually, so I don't know. But
I think you're a great guy, Papa Jet, and you have a great beard. I mean, I think you deserve an intro.
I don't know. I mean, he did make an intro out of David T's Eye, heavy metal, so I guess he could do. Gator is talented, so he's good. But I don't know. I just feel I'm pretty boring. I don't know if it'd be like Carpenter's bass song,
Gator wrote in, I like doing intros for Asmaniacs who call into the show at least 5 times a week.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the whatever, the quota or whatever, yeah, I guess. If I win, maybe hopefully it'd be a little Grateful Dead kind of feel to it, but Gator's the man, so whatever he comes up with.
I love it. Well, Papa, you're one of the greats. Don't sell yourself short. Next on the Gusbuster hotline is the Honorable Barbarossa. Barbarossa, are you going to make your case for an intro?
Yeah, I guess I will. Even though I appreciate what Papa said, and I think anybody, anyone who's in there deserves one. So there are a lot of OGs like Neil. He's been here a while. Chef Kevin, obviously, he's hosting a lot of us. Although I won't be there, but he's hosting a lot of us next week or this upcoming Saturday. But if you vote for me, there's definitely a lot to work with. Gator will definitely enjoy himself with whatever he plans to do. I think there's quite a bit of material, and there's who knows what I'll pull out when the season happens and when we're winning and when we're good. But whoever you vote for, it's going to be a good time. So just do what your heart tells you, as maniacs. That's all I say. All right.
I love that.
Take care, guys.
Barbarossa, you are one of the greats, my friend. And I'm biased because he's a fellow redhead. Bill wrote, where has Neil been? Neil called in the other day. Neil's an in-season caller. He's not the biggest draft guy, and he does his thing in the summer, and then he's locked in once the year starts. Let's see here. Hit the like button if you haven't. How many likes are we at? We're at 150. We can do better than that. Let's get 200. So we got 250 people watching right now. Let's see. We are caught up on Super Chats. That's great. Now let's get the home stretch. Final calls here, and then we'll do a raffle for a Garrett Wilson jersey for anyone that tuned in late. Gift the membership. There's not a ton of entries here, so there's a great chance to win something because the early start time clearly has impacted the amount of gifted membership so far. Man with a Jets tattoo is up next on the show this morning. What's up, man with a Jets tattoo? How are you?
Hey, Jakey. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, Mr. Man with a Jet tattoo. How are you? How's the tattoo?
I'm doing great. Tattoo's doing good. Put a little cream on it this morning. Listen, Jake, I have a request. I'm going to be up in New York on the 7th of August, and I have to go to a funeral. But to make it more enjoyable, I think the Jets have an open practice on the 8th, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct on that?
I could look that up for you. I don't know off the top of my head. Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I read that they have a joint practice with the Commanders. Is that true?
The Jets have a practice on the 7th that's open for fans.
On this, nothing on the 8th?
Nothing on the 8th. Thursday the 7th, and then Tuesday the 12th against the Giants.
So then can I blow the funeral off and go on the 7th?
Well, I don't know who died, but that's up for you to decide, I would say.
Yeah, I was hoping I could get to a practice, but it don't look like I'm going to be able to.
Well, I think they're home on the don't the Jets open at home in the preseason, right?
I don't know actually, but I'm only going to be up. I'm only going to be up there for a couple of days.
They're in Lambeau, so forget it.
Yeah, I'm not going to have time to go. Anyway, I thought I'd be able to go, but I guess I'm not. Anyway, I did want to bring one other thing up. The other day, I had a little back and forth with Gary about the moon landing. So I did a little research. Everything that Gary says is bullshit. It's bullshit. And I looked. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I just made you full screen so you could preach to the choir.
Okay. I went online and I looked at some sites. First of all, the Buzz Aldrin thing that he said Buzz Aldrin admitted that they weren't ever on the moon. That's bullshit. They took Buzz Aldrin interviews and cut up the clips and made it sound like he said that. And then the thing with the radiation belt, how everybody was going to die and burn up. They went through the radiation belt so fast that it didn't make a difference. And the other thing about, what was the other thing he said? That, the flag. The flag was on a rod, so they kind of scrunched it up so it looked like it was waving. And the other thing, and they say you can still see, telescopes can still see the landing site on the moon. So these are all conspiracy theories, but I have a feeling no matter what we say to Gary, he's never going to believe it. So I just want to leave it at that. That's it.
Well, man with a jet tattoo, you make some salient points, but you are right. Anything you say, Gary will never admit he's wrong. So good luck, but I appreciate the support.
Well, thanks, Jake, and you have a good weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, man with the Jets tattoo.
Prove your claim that people walked on the moon.
Men don't die for no reason at all.
How does men don't die for no reason prove that people walked on the moon? Your evidence is that you were alive when someone claimed to have walked on the moon.
I was living then, yes.
What does that prove?
I believe in achievement. I believe in a space program.
You believe in achievement. Therefore, people walked on the moon. That's your argument?
I believe people didn't lie to us like you.
I believe in achievement. Therefore, people walked on the moon?
I believe in achievement. I believe in achievement. Does this guy believe in achievement? JJ is on the line. Hello, JJ.
Yo, what's up, Jake? Can you hear me?
What's up, JJ? You going Saturday, by the way?
Wait, hold on. I can't hear you. Let me call back in 20 seconds.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Liar. What a liar. 20 seconds, my ass. You know what we do to liars around here? 20 seconds, I'll call right back in. Liar. Man.
Now look what you've done, JJ. No more protection.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, JJ called in 23 seconds. Hello, JJ.
Sorry about that. So real quick, I only have one complaint about the Jets. You know, usually I'm full of complaints. Back in the day, they used to do the green and white scrimmage at MetLife Stadium. They did it at Rutgers once as well. It used to be a free event. And for me, when I had no money, it was the greatest thing because it was like my opportunity to go see the team play at MetLife Stadium for free, even though it was a scrimmage. And they've gone away from that over the past 3 years, so I hope they bring that back next year. It would be cool for them to actually go away for training camp and go back to Cortland or go to Hofstra or something like that. I would love to see that in the future. I was going to go to training camp this morning, but then I woke up and I started playing FIFA instead. So, but I'll be out. Yeah, it is what it is. But I'll be there on Saturday. So I can't wait for this, green and white scrimmage to see what they got going on. But isn't it crazy, right? I hate to be this guy, but, isn't it crazy, like, what it's like to have a competent head coach that you don't have to constantly make excuses for? Like, when he talks to the media, he gives it to them straight. There's no between the lines, no nothing. Like, you can't misconstrue his words. He says what he means. He says what he feels. And then you go to the practices and you watch these guys practice, and it's just a different team, different feeling this year. So I'm just excited, man. Jake, how do you feel?
I'm encouraged so far. I don't want to go Google Gaga over just pressers, but I like what the players have said. I like what they're implementing on the field. Some of the things we wanted to see, like discipline and accountability, clearly that's been a point of emphasis. I love that they're doing tackling periods. It sounds like the offensive coordinator has done a good job with this running game so far, and Steve Hyden, the O-line coach, is a big asset there. So I'm encouraged, man. I don't want to go crazy just yet. I mean, we're only we can change in the camp, but I'm a Jet fan, so I try to be optimistic when I can.
Well, I think you guys can go crazy, and I've been saying this for a while because it not only does it feel different, but it looks different, and we don't have to make excuses. We don't have to, hold on to every little thing. We don't even care about what the practice stats are. Usually this time this year, we'd be going crazy over the practice stats. Now we just kind of, everyone's relaxed because we know that we could trust Aaron Glenn. We know we could trust him because we see it. We see how the players are talking about him, and it's so strange that every player is like, yo, it feels different. It feels like we're being held accountable. It feels like the practices mean something. But last year when we were, calling the team out and saying, look, lackadaisical, everybody was like, oh, no, it's training camp. It's training camp. That's the most important time of the year. Now, this was what I said last year, though, and you guys killed me for it. I said that if we lose week 1, I'm done with Robert Saleh because he has 40-something days of training camp to prepare for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm not going to lie to you, man. If we go out there and we put up a stinker against the Steelers, I might lose my crap because I'm building this team up so much, but I'm so confident. I think I'm making the prediction now. I think we're going to beat the crap out of the Steelers. I think we're going to blow them out.
But if they lose to the Steelers, you take back Justin Fields to the Ring of Honor?
No, it's just, I might have to temper my expectations because right now I'm saying we're going to the playoffs, right? Like for sure, from what I've seen at the training camps that I've went to, the one that I went to, from what I saw, from what I'm hearing from the players, I'm thinking playoffs, right? Now, if we lose week 1, that doesn't mean we might not make the playoffs, but I'll see how the game goes and I'll see what our weaknesses, what our strengths are, and then I'll make a, new prediction. But as of now, from what I'm saying, I think the offense is going to be so much better. Honestly, I think we have, and it's funny because Neil was saying that he doesn't see on paper a better team. We have 10 times a better team on paper than we did last year. If you just look at the offensive line, it's already better. You look at the defensive line, it's already better. Like the DB's better. Safety is better. Like all around the board, it's better. The only thing that people can say is a weakness is our number 2 wide receiver. Well, guess what? Josh Reynolds looks like he's better than Alan Lazard, and we didn't get Devontae Adams till middle of the season. So Josh Reynolds looks like a better number 2 wide receiver right now. So I think overall this team is better. And then the best part is we got better coaching. So like I don't know, man. Like let's go. Like we're gonna go to the playoffs, and if we don't, then I'll cut my hair. But
wait a second. If the Jets don't make the playoffs, you'll cut your hair?
Yeah, I'll cut it all off. I'll just one by one chop it off. That's
Buzz
how
cut?
confident I am. Yeah, sure. If the Jets don't, that's a deal. I'll man of my word. I'll stick to it. That's how confident I am in this team, man. We're going to the
Jets
playoffs.
don't make the playoffs, you'll buzz cut your hair off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go bald, but I'll buzz cut it. There's a difference between bald and buzz cut, right?
Wow. Yeah, no, there is. I'm just saying, like that is a wild bet. But Boomtown is the official statistician and record keeper of the show. Bookmark it, July 31st, 2025, 10:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. JJ on the record.
Now, what are you going to do if we go to the playoffs? Because I don't think you're a believer yet. So if we make it to the playoffs, what are you going to do? You got to do something. I need something.
I mean, I have a couple things I said I would do if the Jets won 12 games. Playoffs, I don't have anything. But
no, just playoffs. Let's not put 12 games on it. Let's just, if we make the playoffs, what are you doing, Jake?
I don't know. What do you want me to do? What would be fun?
I got to think, man. You put me on the spot. I don't know.
I'm rooting for them to make the playoffs. So, like, to me, it's like it's a win-win.
Yeah, no, it would be something fun. Like, you know what? If we make the playoffs, we all are going, me, you, Gary, everybody, get everybody together. We go into the playoff game. You got to host a meetup if we go to the playoffs. How about that?
Well, there's no way I'm not. If the Jets ever get another home playoff game.
No, but if it's away, even if it's away, wherever it is, I don't care who we play. We play who can make it again. I don't know. Whoever we play, we're Kansas City. Then the Jets are doing a meetup in Kansas City.
Yeah, look, if they make the playoffs, I probably will do everything in my power to try and go to the game no matter where it is. But I mean, I've said it for years. I hope to one day be able to go to a home Jets playoff game, and I don't care where I am in the world. I'm not missing that.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be home, but I think we'll get a wild card. That second or third wild card spot, I think that's ours, man. I can't wait.
JJ, from your lips to God's ears.
Yes, sir. Peace.
I love it. And if you go Saturday, JJ, let me know because I'll be there. All right, we got some memberships here. Jess enters the raffle for one. Thank you very much, Jess. Big Country says, might as well put me in. Thanks for a great show, Jake. Big Country, always appreciate your support, my man. You're in for 5. And how about this? Ryan McCarthy dropping a 50 burger for the people. $50 super chat. Let's go. I'm not able to make the meetup at Cloverleaf Tavern, but I'm dropping a super chat to buy around for Jake and my fellow Asmaniacs. Hope everyone has a safe and fun time. JETS, Jets. Ryan, very kind of you, my man. You are in the raffle for not 1, not 3, not 7. How about 10 raffle tickets with this $50 super chat?
Get your ass off my super chats. Some of these are gifted memberships too.
Hey.
The hell with it.
Rasta Dread in the raffle for 1. Thank you, Rasta. And T-Town Jet also in the raffle for 1 as well. Okay, we are almost set for the raffle. I was going to do it right now, but then I saw that man with the Jets tattoo was like doing the Bobby Midnight, flailing his arms, trying to get my attention. So I'm going back to Mr. Man with the Jet tattoo to find out what the commotion is.
Hey, Jay, I found something I have that reminds me of Beast. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
What do you think?
You think they look the same?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Hold on. Let me roll the tape.
I don't know. I think that's pretty good. What do you think?
You think I look like an idiot to you or something?
Yeah, Beast, I think you look like an idiot.
Nah, you're in the wrong, brother boy. You're playing with the next man of the year right here. The sexiest man that walks alive.
Oh, yeah, Beast? That's what you think.
Yeah, that's right. I got more balls than you. I got more toughness than you. I'm twice as sexy as the next ravishing Rick Rude and twice as hot than anything you ever seen walk in the face of this earth.
I don't think so, Beast.
I do think so. Why? It's all right here, kid. The guns, the body, the strength, the wisdom, and the courage of Jesus Christ. How about you learn that, Applehead?
Yeah, well, you're just jealous because I'm more handsome than you.
I don't think so, bro. I'm definitely more handsome. You know why? This face says it all. The side says it all because of its Japanese culture that I studied for over close to 20 years. I've been actually doing my studies. You haven't. You got a lot to learn. Come back to me in 10 years when your head's fixed up beside your ass. Now get to walking, Applehead.
Okay, Beast.
Move along, Applehead.
I'm not going anywhere, Beast.
Yeah?
This show always has something. Man with a Jets tattoo, thank you. Good Lord. Imagine just tuning in the middle of that. All right. Let's do a raffle, shall we? Thanks to everyone who entered. Who's ready for the spin of a lifetime?
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Wheel of Champions is officially up on your screen. Good luck to everyone who entered. Music, please. We got a Garrett Wilson jersey to give away today. If you don't win the Wilson jersey, you're automatically entered to win the Namath jersey. the DeBrickashaw Ferguson signed football, and of course the signed Nick Mangold jersey on Monday's program. If you win the jersey, email me, AsmanJake@gmail.com, your size, if you want it in green or white, your name, obviously, and the address where to send it. Good luck to all. And again, thanks to everyone who makes it possible. You guys are the best. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Garrett Wilson jersey is listener Big Country. Congratulations, Big Country. Well deserved. Shoot me an email and we will get you your jersey, or if you want to message me on the Discord, that works as well. Congratulations to Big Country, a true Jet fan, longtime supporter of the channel, always in these raffles, and he comes home with a fantastic prize of the Garrett Wilson jersey. All right, with that said, that's going to do it for us. We're back this afternoon. Matt O'Leary will join us in his weekly spot. Not as long of a normal show today because I got 9 hours of broadcasting to do today, so hopefully you guys understand. I know you do. 1 to 3 today. In for Michael K on ESPN New York, and then back after that for our usual afternoon show. So I'm looking forward to that one. All right. Again, hit the like button. Buy your ticket to our Jets-Giants watch party if you haven't done so. I'm going to talk to you guys soon. And as always, J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets.
And I just saw a big fella's tweet. So I'm 5'11", 180 pounds, and I wear a large. And you're telling me he's got me by 100 pounds, and he only wears an extra large?
Gary, what do you care about what the fuck I'm wearing, bro?
I'm a man of logic and reason. I'm 5'11", 180. I wear a large. You're 6'5".
Why does this guy care about what I'm wearing? It makes no sense. Why do you care?
You don't watch Curb Your Enthusiasm and someone says something like suspicious to Larry to kind of give him that look like, okay.
How is this suspicious, bro? What are you talking
about? 280. That's a big fella.
Dude, if I wore a 2X, it would be baggy on me because my body is different. Okay, not everybody's built the same.
I understand, but if you're 6'4", 280, that ain't all in your legs, bro. 6'4", 280 is a big boy.
I don't know why you give a shit what I look like. You got me a little upset right now, man.
I didn't mean to get you upset, big fella.
Gary, why do you make fun of Big Fella and his shirt? Maybe you're a weird person, a weird guy. Oh, wiggle, beagle, beagle, deagle, deagle, beagle, deagle, deagle.
I didn't think I was going to get COVID.
You have COVID, Chiefs fan?
A symptom of COVID. I just feel like shit.
What symptom do you have?
Basically, you got the Run syndrome. You're not feeling well. You're sleeping like a bear in hibernation, all that little stuff.
I don't know if that's COVID. That just sounds like you.
Well,
I think you'll be okay. Did you say you had the runs?
That's basically.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
Bobby, that's enough out of you. All right.
I did drink a shit ton. And when you drink a shit ton, your immune system goes.
Get in the hole.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the fuck out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.